Good morning. I've just come out for a short break. I needed a break. I'll explain more why in a minute. But I haven't come far. It's a nice area. You won't see very well on this camera. But I'm only about half a mile from the edge of town. But makes all the difference. Right, I'm going to have a wander and a chat in a minute. This is a woodland I came to a couple of years ago when they were first clear cutting it and logging it, and they've sort of literally taken the heart out of the woodland. It's just woodland around the edge now, and they cleared the middle. I understand that, you know, it has to be done, but still spoils it a little bit. Don't know if you can see, it's where they're working at the moment up there. Load of trees laying on the deck. Luckily the bit where I'm standing is protected, so they can't come into here. But it is amazing. All of that was sort of just bare dirt a couple of years ago. Looked like the surface of Mars. And it's amazing how it's all started to spring back. So I thought I'll have a wander around there. See if I can find a nice place to sit. Just listen to that bird song. I hope the camera can pick it up. Beautiful. I've gone down to the bottom edge of the cleared section, and I think I'm going to take this old drover's road. Now you can see how we've got steep banks either side. This hasn't been cut out, and it hasn't been, you know, man-made. Not been done by water. It's just been done by generations upon generations of people driving livestock through here. Very common practice in the high weald in medieval times. Looks, it might be a bit boggy, but I'll go through and find out quite how dirty I'm going to get. Well, it looks like this is the main access road they've been using to haul the wood out. State of that. Mind you, always gets bad in the lowest, wettest point, because it's where a couple of the streams converge, because it is the lowest point in the woodland. You've got one stream there, and there's another one there, converge. And also lots of wild garlic, because of course they like it damp as well. Lowest point in the wood. Now, do I go up there? Never been up there. Or do I go around in a loop that way? Because that sort of heads back to where I've started. I think I'll go a little way up there and have an investigation. So I've never been past this point, so I don't really know what's up there. I think people would find it hard to believe that I'm only like half a mile outside the town. But them houses there, they're on the A28 road, on the main roads into the town. But we are right on the end of the high weald, hence all the trees. Roughly in the middle of the shot there, get my finger right place. That dark green treetop sticking up, that's due north of here. If you went in a straight line that way for, I think, about 65 miles, you'll be in London. I don't know how well that'll come out, but there's some houses in the trees there. Little village of Westfield. Beautiful view. Now it's really asking asking a lot of picture quality. But looking through there, just to the left of that tree, going up to where sort of the tree line finishes on the horizon, and I don't know whether it'll come out, but right at the sort of the bottom of the sky on the horizon, there's actually a dark line which extends right out to about there-ish. I can see it with the naked eye, but you probably won't be able to. And then drops off. That's actually the end of the North Downs. They skirt round below London and go round towards sort of Folkestone and Dover, because if you could see over the hill in that direction behind that tall skinny tree, the sea will be there. You'll be looking out into Rye Bay. One of my favourite little bits of woodland directly behind me, and as I say, the town is just the other side of that, but the trees do a great job of blocking the noise. This is the sort of view that I needed this morning. As some of you will know, we've had a lot of building work done on the house, and we only moved back home a couple of days ago, and it's not finished, quite simply. There's still some bits to do in the lounge, so we can't put all the furniture back in there. So all the furniture is stuffed in other rooms and in hallways and things. Add to that the fact that Kate has broken her ankle, she's on crutches, she can't really get around much. She can't really help much, so it's down to me to do the cleaning, the organising, the washing, dinners, yeah, everything basically. Poor Kate, it's not her fault, obviously, and I know she's feeling guilty about me doing everything, and yeah, it couldn't have happened at a worse time really. And just the last day or so, especially yesterday, I'm starting to not feel the pressure, that's the wrong way to put it, but it's all a bit much. You know, when you look at a job and you think, how the hell am I going to do that? Where do I start? It was getting a bit like that yesterday, and it got to the point where it was getting a bit sort of counterproductive. I spent more time thinking about it, procrastinating and actually doing things. I didn't really achieve a lot, and I recognised also I was getting a little bit short-tempered. Not badly, but I'm normally so laid back about things. Even I notice it in myself if I'm starting to get a bit snappy about things, which it's just obviously not fair on Kate. There's nothing she can do about it. It's not her fault. Nobody can change anything. I've just got to get on with it basically. But when you get to that point where you're not really achieving much apart from pissing yourself off, it's time to have a break, which is why I'm out this morning. Not for long, just an hour or so. Bit of fresh air, change of scenery. I think a lot of people can't recognise that when it happens to them, and it probably just gets worse and worse, the pressure, and can lead to depression and things like that. People need to take a break now and again, and you don't have to do something like this. This is just my version of a mental reset. You could, you know, sit and read a book, just go for a walk, go for a swim, go for a cycle, do something. But whatever you're doing that's pissing you off, sometimes you just need to walk away. And I know it seems awkward walking away from a big job that he's doing. In the long run, it can be more productive because you come back with a sort of a fresher mindset, and maybe see, to coin a phrase, the wood for the trees, which is a bit corny for here, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I just needed to get out this morning. I just needed some fresh air, something else to think about. It was getting to the point where the brain was getting a bit full up. It was having a job to process. But hey, we've all got problems. Big problems, small problems. I suppose all I'm trying to say is, don't be too hard on yourself. It all goes wrong, and we all need a break sometimes. So yeah, if you're struggling, here's to you. I know how you feel, but sometimes, you know, getting angry, getting pissed off and all that sort of thing doesn't solve anything. You just need a bit of a reset. You need to take a breather, which is what I'm doing this morning. Well, I should really be going up through there, going home. But looking over this ridge, now the trees have cleared, there's another nice bit of woodland down in the bottom of this valley. I've never been that bit. It'd be a shame not to check it out, seeing as I'm here. I just don't feel ready to go home yet. That's the real truth of it. So yeah, bit of a detour. I'll go down into there and go round in a loop back to the car. The long way. Any excuse. It's quite nice in here. Definitely more exploring needed. If I cut straight through there, I should come out onto that logging track at the lowest point of the woodland, and then I can join the path that I came in on. And also I'm getting low on water. I can have a refill from that stream. Now that just made me smile. I don't know if you can see base of that tree there, a bit of red sticking out. And I thought, oh, some buggers left their rubbish in here. And then I walked round and I saw that. Another bit of cardboard. Oh, bloody hell. So I went to have a look. Someone's laid out an Easter egg hunt for their kids, I'm guessing. Oh, what a nice thing to do. Hunt the woodlands for Easter eggs. Just for a split second, I was tempted to hunt one myself, but that wouldn't really be fair, would it? So I shall ignore the eggs and carry on down this track. This really is quite a pretty bit of woodland. I've got a bit more time. I'm just come in here and have a proper explore. But it's very pleasant just having a walk through, especially now with all the bluebells starting to come out. They're very thick in some places. Oh, no, you're going to stop singing just because I've walked here, aren't you? Yes. Peace and quiet, bird song, sunshine. Perfect, really. Now I've just got to find my way back to that track. Still, as long as I keep going downhill, I'll find it in the end. Not bad at all. Mind you, it's a water to go filter bottle, so that'll be fine. Here's his little filter cartridge top. Good bottles these are. One filter's good for, I can't remember, 500 or 1,000 litres, something like that. Nice simple solution. Right, just coming back out the edge of the woodland, just because round edge here, there is actually a byway, which sadly they've now closed. This one, I used to like driving this, but there we go. So if I just follow this uphill now, I'll be back to the car. Somewhat refreshed in the mind, although I am a little tired now after all that walking. But I'd love to stay up for the whole day, to be honest, but I can't leave Kate that long. It's not fair. Well, no plans on really making a video today. Just happened to have my phone with me and just out having a ramble. So yeah, a bit of a weird disjointed video, I know. But the main thing is, I got out. It's currently Easter Sunday. I think it's Sunday today. So happy Easter to you all. I know it's probably gone by the time this video comes out. But at least I hope you had a nice break over the Easter holiday. See you soon.